Now that you are in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, is it still worth the trouble to continue holding on to the pain of your childhood? Let's dive into this discussion, shall we? I believe that you can't go on blaming your parents for their omissions or commissions. In some cases, they may not be there for you to get answers on the whys and hows of how they did what they did or why they did what they did. It's not all of us who are lucky to be in our 60s and have our parents, and maybe for some of us, grandparents, that you can still go to and try and find the whys, the hows, the when, and all those answers that you still long to have given to you. It's not everybody who is lucky to have that kind of information when they are in their adulthood. Parents are gone, grandparents are gone, and maybe if they are there, they are also losing their memory. So those answers may never come to you the way you want them to be given to you. It's a hard reality, it's a harsh reality, but that is what is. And you have to learn to adjust to that new reality. If they are present, they may be too old to even understand what it is that you are troubled by. I just mentioned they may be there, but what if they have dementia, they have Alzheimer's, their memory is tattered, they cannot articulate those responses or answers to your questions to your satisfaction. That is where you might find yourself. You are lucky if you have the privilege to have your parents, grandparents, or some elders in your family, or friends that know your family very well, that can give you those answers that you might be looking for. It is what it is. At times, when you get to this age, you have to confront your reality and come to terms with it. If they are present, you still may not get a satisfactory response from them that would bring you the closure you desperately want. There is somewhere within you where you may be able to find hope and healing. You will have to make a way for yourself. Find ways to heal and recover from all those traumas or gaps that you feel are in your life that are holding you back. Dealing with childhood traumas is hard and painful. You may find yourself having things that you feel you can't tell anyone. It may be things you saw or heard about. Parent fights about money, parent fights about infidelity, parent fights about family relationships. Some of those things that you witnessed in your life, in your adulthood, they come to haunt you. They come to give you gaps in your life that you can't answer, that you find you desperately need someone to clarify, to clear, but sometimes it won't happen. It just won't happen. You may find yourself caught up in the middle of a generational secret. It may also be things you have questions about, but have never been able to get answers for. There are stories in your families that range from parents that have hidden secrets about who they really are or where they come from, or they also may not have answers to those questions. You begin to notice differences in how other people are treated, and nobody has ever really defined why or what is the gap that brings that minor but obvious separation. The answers are never given to you as a child, or the explanations are never given to you as a child. And those things, as an adult, you start questioning. Why? How? When? And trust me, there are times when you just have to let go, because those answers will never come your way. You start to cherish the relationships that you have as they are. Some of those relationships may very well mold you into being the very best person you can ever be, even with those gaps that you cannot answer. It is what it is. There are omissions and commissions in your own family that you or someone else has created. You feel trapped in a web of lies and deceit. And some of the lies are blatant, but you never get to question the people that present the lies to you. And some of the deceit is right in your eyes, but because you're a child, you are powerless to confront. Then when you get to adulthood, those lies and deceit are glaring in your face, and you are hounded by that inner feeling of being betrayed. At some point, you would have to tell yourself, it is what it is, and cherish the relationships that you have in the best way they are presented to you. You may find yourself mirroring your parents in dealing with, say, money, religion, anger, or whatever it is that is going on in your family. If you've seen your parents quarrel, if you've witnessed your parents, your mom and dad, quarrel over money, you might find yourself quarreling over money in your own relationship with your wife, your partner, your child, your grandchild, or whatever relationship that you have where the transaction with money is involved. That is all that you have learned. That is the language of money that you have learned, to be always in constant conflict with the money and the people that you have money transactions with. You argue about how money is used, how money is spent. You will argue about when it should be spent or who should spend it. You will not agree about how your money, together with your partners, should work for you, for the betterment of you. Because the way you were raised, the culture of disruption and discord with money is all you know. It is some of our realities. And now you are that adult, you now have to find a way to heal from that legacy, to heal from that teaching, which is not serving you well. If you have to continue that kind of practice where money is a cause for disorder and disagreement all the time, it is time to heal and tell yourself the lessons of your past, whether they were positive or negative. You have the power and the choice to make that life better for yourself by selecting and learning the best way to have a better relationship with money in those that you transact with. You may have witnessed conflicts with in-laws in your family. Mothers-in-law, daughters-in-law, brothers-in-law, and that is what you've learned, that you have witnessed, and that you have seen practiced in your life. You would have to now, as an adult in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond, look at those relationships and say, they were not working, and I choose not to have the same type of conflict or to perpetuate the same type of discord, disagreement with your in-laws. Try and change the way your relationships with those in and around you affect how you live your daily life. Make it better. Mold those relationships that build you up, that lift you up, and discard those practices and behaviors that were negative that you witnessed in your life. Because this is now you that is in control. So you have the ability to change and to make it better for yourself. With all this baggage, you will find yourself holding on to things that don't help you in your own life at all. You have the ability to choose to make it better for you. How do you overcome the disorderly life, the disorderliness that you may have witnessed in your childhood, in your early adulthood? You may have witnessed all that, experienced all that, but you'd still be able to come out better, a better person with all those life lessons. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Acknowledge the life experiences that you've endured, that you've gone through, the pain you feel, and the realization that the answers or solutions to how you feel may not come from your parents or grandparents or brothers and sisters. Find ways to accept the reality. Choose to look at what good you may find in how you were raised, being of good character. You learn to be cautious on who you trust and bring into your inner circle because of the life experiences that you have encountered. You are mindful that we all have faults and we strive to be the best human being we possibly can in our lifetime. Find people who inspire you, who encourage you, who help and guide you to be the best you can ever be. They're there. The world is filled with people who are waiting to embrace you and show you a better path. Love the life you are living 100%. Love the life you are living 100%. It is the one life that you have. Once it's done, we don't know what the afterlife is like. Nobody can tell you. So love the life you have right now 100%. Make it good for you. Every day that you pass with you being bitter and resentful, you can't make up for it. It's gone. You can't go back to live yesterday because yesterday is gone. So the bitterness, the anger, the resentment of yesterday, you don't have to carry it today. You can choose to let it go and be part of your past. Choose the lessons and love the life you have today. Walk tall, Nobody is better than yours truly, you. Walk feeling like you own the world. You. That is the only person who can make you feel and love the life you have. Start doing better for you. If your parents fought, don't fight in the relationship that you have. Walk away from the fight. You saw it, it didn't work, it didn't build the relationship to make it better. Why repeat it? Walk away. Stop putting yourself last. Stop expecting someone to come and help fix it, whatever it may be. If it means dressing up, dress for the life that you want, not the one you have. And I'm not talking breaking the bank to get the most expensive outfit, going into debt to try and impress the other person. Dress for you, dress comfortable, dressed in the best way you love. Do it for you. Stop caring what people think of you. They have their own traumas that you are not aware of. They do. They have their own problems that they are dealing with. Start reinventing yourself from the way you look, the way you dress, the way you think, what you eat, the friends you hang around, the family relationships that you choose. None of these things happen easily or lightly. One big lesson is to forgive yourself first before you can even attempt to forgive others. You gotta forgive yourself of all your shortcomings, because no one is going to help you do that. You have to find it within yourself. Once you are able to forgive yourself, you open up the door for you to being able to forgive somebody else and be able to move on and create a better relationship out of that unpleasant experience. It is the toughest thing to do, however, if you still live in the toxic mindset, hurting, angry, unloved, uncared for. It will be hard to forgive, let alone to let it go. Practice forgiveness and gratitude. Practice forgiveness and gratitude. It takes practice and perseverance in order to be able to master that ability to forgive. Make it part of your daily life. It becomes easier when you attempt to practice gratitude and forgiveness on a daily basis. There is no one that is going to promise you tomorrow, because none of us know. None of us had any play in our entrance, and neither are we honestly able to control our exit. So you do the best you can in this in-between, in the meantime. But practicing forgiveness and gratitude is a best practice that I encourage each one of us to do. I hope this little conversation helps you to navigate and make your life a little bit better than what it was yesterday. In the meantime, take care of you, enjoy life, be happy, be grateful, and we will see each other on the next conversation. Bye, and thank you so much. Don't forget to share, to like, to comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all of you. Bye for now.